Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to the Vintage Story Guide. We are back in the world after having gone out and found a whole ton of iron, and I have been processing it. Oh hey look, these are done. I've been processing it. I think I've done 2 or 3. This is the 3rd batch. I have a whole bunch of iron blooms over here. I also finished up the last of our steel that was in the refractory furnaces, so we now have 105 steel ingots. So we are set for a decent while. I do want to make a suit of steel plate mail at some point, so we'll be getting to that soon. And that's going to use about half of those ingots. In the next couple episodes, I want to get to a project that people have asked about a couple times, actually several times, in YouTube comments, and that is actually having to do with these right here. And these are ripe. A little earlier than I expected. What do we have here? 3 days and 3 days. Okay. I want to get into winemaking and cider making and beer brewing and distilling. And for that, we need fruit. And so we are just a few days away from being able to harvest all of these. But in the meantime, I wanted to go and find some new materials to use to make the distillery, because I want to make something special out of it. And I think I know where it's going to go. I am thinking of putting it right over here. And I know that I had previously, a long time ago, suggested that I might put a second set of greenhouses over here, but I barely use these ones as it is, so I don't think we really need, another giant greenhouse complex. So I thought that this area could be better used as a distillery and some of the associated accoutrements to go along with it. And to that end, there are a couple of stone types that we don't have access to yet. So first, we do not have, there you are, chalk. We have not encountered chalk at all yet, but more importantly, at least for this build, I'm interested in chert. Chert is a sort of deep red stone, very kind of red bricky, that's not as bright as, say, the red bricks from the red clay bricks, which are kind of really vibrant. It's a much earthier tone, and I kind of want to make a nice warm build out of the distillery, which will also double as the brewery and the winery and all that stuff. And so I think I might actually go ahead and I'm going to harvest these apples just in case today's episode takes a little longer. And these apples will keep for a very long time. And so I'm going to go ahead and harvest these and any other red apple trees that are hanging around the property. I haven't really checked to see which ones survived and which ones haven't. I want to get all those and get them packed away in the cellar, and then we will get to the meat of today's episode. Oh, and there are more cherries here too. Why not? Okay, with that squared away and with my head bobbling left and right, let's head out. I am bringing with us a whole bunch of the usual stuff. I got our armor. I've got 2 pickaxes in case we find some chert, and I fully intend to. I also brought along our pro pick, as well as our usual tools and weapons and so on. So I think we are ready to go and look for chert. Oh. I almost walked right into you. Today's adventure is going to be through at least this first translocator, because we have not explored the opposite side pretty much at all. We've gone, maybe 30 blocks down to the trader. So I'm going to head through this translocator and we're going to see what the landscape is like on the other end. Alright, here we are. Now, I don't recall, did we take a core sample from here? Ah, we did, okay. Means we didn't find any chert, or I would have known about it. So let's head to the surface and we are going to have a bit of explore. I am looking at the map here and everything is basalt as far as the eye can see, except for these patches of what I assume is sandstone, because I know there's some sandstone below us. So at this point, I kind of figure any direction is as good as another, so let's just head in a direction that does not involve woods, and therefore wolves. So, let's go. As far as what we're going to pick up along the way, I'm going to be leaving most bushes and natural things alone. especially things like crops, because again, we don't need those. I don't think we're going to find any new types of trees, so I'm not really worried about those. I guess the main thing to consider will be ruins and any really interesting goodies we find there, as well as if we find any translocators, we'll just mark them for now. And I don't think these single ruins are particularly worth exploring because they will just typically have one ore vessel and then a few blocks of bony soil, but they won't have basements. You really only find basements in the villages where there are several ruins clustered together. We have here a giant basalt gravel desert we've been going through for the last minute or so. Nothing terribly interesting here. I haven't seen any surface ore or anything really. Patch of sandstone here and there, but that's about it. Oh yeah, and plenty of rifts, apparently. Medium means high today, apparently. You know, this sandstone and gravel would actually make a really nice lining for our paths if we hadn't done limestone. Sort of the same or similar lightness, but much brighter in color. We are running through virgin forests, which means wolf territory. Just prefer not to. No thank you. No poison for me. I did see down here there is a trader, and that's why I'm angling down this way a moment. There he is. Maybe this will be our fabled missing luxuries merchant. You know, the one we don't have to spend an hour getting to and from. I don't think you are. Survival goods. Hey, buddy. Okay. Not the worst. Not the best. There are a lot of friends. Well, there's another trader that I passed and didn't realize it. I'm gonna hit him on the way back, I think. And there's one just to the north of us. So I'm gonna go visit him, or them, and see what there's to see before nightfall. You know, I keep seeing these sandstone patches sticking up, which means, I think, that there's something deep underground pushing these up. I recall someone in the comments mentioned that oftentimes when you find weird formations like this, there could be phyllite or kimberlite beneath, so it could be worth checking out if we ever need more of those. Hello? Oh, no, no thank you. I think I'm going to pass on that for now. That does look very interesting. It's close. But I want to see what this trader is over here, and probably crash with him for the evening. Why you not have bed? More survival goods. Okay. Nope. Don't really care about you. Yeah, you too, buddy. I didn't really think about it, but since we are much farther north than home, the days actually do last quite a bit longer, since it is still, you know, mid to late summer. So I'm going to cross over to there, and I think I'll drop our bed, and we will just have a bit of a sleep and pick up our journey in the morning. That beautiful moon through the water. Yep. Gorgeous. Ooh. You can form over water? I did not know that. Well, we should be okay to sleep out here in the open, because time passes quickly in bed. But if not, I at least have my sword. There we go. It's maybe a little earlier in the morning than I would have liked, but oh, hello. Can you not? Okay, well, I'm going to head out on the rest of this journey, and I will bring you back if I find something worthwhile. And we are coming up on a new trader. Let's see what he is. Got rabbits and foxes thinking they're fish. This is a pretty fancy looking cart. Oh. Got some cool stuff. Oh, we do have a luxuries merchant here. Okay. Well, that is handy. Well, that is good to know. Buddy, you are probably my new best friend. You are a lot closer than the other guy. Yeah, I know. I didn't buy anything. I'm a window shopper. Don't... Look. I forgot my credit card. Jeez. Pushy salesman. What is this red thing on the ground up here? Yes. Seashell. Thank you. You all get one guess as to what I forgot to bring with me, which is the reason that I'm cutting these reeds. Although, if I'm being honest, there are actually two things I forgot to bring. Both of them involve reeds. Seashell. I'm coming for you. Don't you go anywhere. I'm coming, my love. I'm coming. Yes, seashell. Hello, beautiful. Okay, I'm reporting back in. And I think we finally reached the end of this giant basalt shield. Looks like we have sandstone up ahead, and I'm going to guess that is probably granite underneath it. We have limestone under sandstone under basalt. So I don't think this is the way... Ooh. Have some more bauxite apparently, though. That's kind of cool. Still not what we're looking for, because we already have that. At least now we do. That's something I didn't think I was going to pick up. Some flowers. We are short on the fancier colors of lupins. Anywho, I think now is probably a good time. Maybe I will cross this water, see if the map reveals any other stone types on the opposite side, and if not, see how far we've come. We've come, what, about almost a little over 3 kilometers. If we don't find anything on the opposite side of this lake, I will swing north or south. We'll see. Well, time to get going. Get my swim trunks on. Ooh. Let's not do any falling, shall we? Anything down here? Yes, it did fall. I fell for the old "it's a cave" trick. Oldest one in the book. Well, we're here. It's all sandstone as far as the eye can see. And I think I see either some limestone or some granite poking up here. So I don't think we're going to be able to dig down and find anything aside from that. So, let's swing south. Why not? Again, any direction is as good as another. So, let's keep going and see what else there is to find. Okay, we are at the bottom of that lake just about. I spied on the map telltale sign of a trader. Yeah, here we go. What do we have here? Person with a mask on. A commodities trader. Hey, buddy. Those are good prices for those if I had any. But I don't. And I don't have any money, so... yeah, you get nothing. You do have a nice bed. You know what? I could sleep in this bed. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep in your bed. You take the bench. And that will get us maybe through the medium rift activity, which has been going on for 3.5 days now. So, you know what would be funny, game? A real good joke to play on me would be if the next 3 days were calm rift days. It would just be so funny. A great prank to play. Yep. So, not only is it still medium, there's a pair of wolves, a trio of wolves out here. Okay. Hi, guys. And a medium temporal storm. Just what I wanted. Tell you what, I'm gonna just skip south. Hopefully you are not following me. And, yeah, off we go. I am probably gonna dig a hole and just hide it until the storm is over. Because I don't have my good armor with me, so I'm not going to be tanking these bad boys. Hello. I will absolutely take a moment to dig this up. Yes, I will. So, don't mind if I do. And you guys just stay over there for a minute, would you? You know, these really aren't any less painful to mine out with steel tools. Yeesh. Onward we go. Oh, I just noticed this. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is an interesting ruin. I have seen these mentioned and shown in, or on the Discord server, the Vintage Story Discord server, but I don't think I've seen this specific one myself before. I think, if I'm not mistaken, digging under here reveals nothing? I know some of these don't really have anything because they're sort of like Stonehenge-y places, but this is a neat find. Not much we can do with it, and I'm not going to really dig around because I don't think there's much under here. But there is a trader over here who I was going to when I realized I was passing by something spectacular. So let's go visit them. Trader, on the plains. You are a treasure hunter trader, okay. You want to buy a wolf pup for not a lot of money. If I had some gears on me, I might make those trades and sell them back to that, was it commodities merchant earlier? Well, I'm not seeing anything else yet. Well, that's kind of orangey. That might just be gravel. I'm gonna keep going, and I'll see you all probably about when this temporal storm starts up. Well, everyone, as the temporal storm closes in, I'm gonna hop down here, and I am going to dig myself just a little hidey hole. I think I'm gonna do it in the side of like a little dirt hill over here. Yeah, here we go. We can go right in here. Okay, not very far. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna go in just far enough to lock myself in. And that's dark. There we go. And I'm just gonna go ahead and lay down some of these. I'm going to hang out here and take a look around the map and see what there is to see. I'll probably mark any traders to visit and take it from there. So, wish me luck. I imagine we'll be running from some drifters here in a bit, but we'll take it as it comes. Okay, so it's been a bit. You're gonna laugh at this one. So we're here, right? We stopped literally like 50 meters short of a chert area, and what looks like that might be a chalk area, or at least limestone. I think limestone, because I know this sandstone formation had actually butted up against the limestone. Oh, and probably a meteorite there. But yeah, so that was silly on my part. I didn't check the map before I sat through the drifters, and I was putting my bed down to take a nap when I took a look at the map, and yeah, here we are. So I am going to sleep through the night and then try to outrun these drifters that are still out here. Suspiciously few of them, though. Maybe there's a hole they keep falling down. Can't get out of. Oh, nope, they're there. Okay. But yeah, I'll bring y'all back and we can go and check out this chert. Alright, gang, it is time. I'll go ahead and eat my breakfast. I think we're down to... Yes, we're down to half of our meals, but I did pick up a few turnips. And I've been munching on some blueberries that I found. Let's go ahead and rush out and see what's there. We've got... maybe it fell in that hole. We have one tainted drifter, apparently. Okay, that was underwhelming. I could have sworn I heard more growly voices around here. Oh, hey, more turnips. Okay, well, let's get heading south, and I'm going to bring y'all back when we have reached the chert area. Alright, here we are, and the unfortunate thing is that most of this chert is underwater, which means it's probably going to have a somewhat shallower depth to it, so I hope we can get enough to relieve some rocks here. But here is what chert sand looks like. It's a very nice brick red, and here are chert stones, and they're pretty much the same color. Chert is somewhat unique in that while it is a sedimentary rock, it can be knapped. You cannot make arrowheads from it, but you can make all the other tools. These tools do not have the same durability as flint, however, they have the same durability as the other non-flint, non-obsidian knappable rock types. I'll take a dig around and let's see right here. How deep is it here? Ladders. Here we go. So here is Chert rock. You'll notice it's a little more reddish, a little sort of darker than the sand, but not by a whole lot. And it is mineable like any other standard rock. There we go. This isn't too bad, actually. Oh, this is nice and deep, actually. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so we got, what, 7 layers. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I think we can work with this. So I'm going to go ahead and probably mine to the north here. So put the ladder a bit to the south. And I'm going to start just mining out some of this so we can bring it home and talk about what we can do with it from a building perspective. Because it turns into a very, very nice color when you polish it up. With that being said, let's get to it. Before I get too far into this, I do want to note that I don't have a ton of storage with me. I didn't bring our mining bags. I've kind of been filling up our inventory of junk, well, treasure in my case, but junk, as it were. And so I think what I want to do is I want to go and find us a little bit of clay and turn some of these chert stones directly into cobblestone. And that way we can sort of compress the inventory, because I do want to use some cobblestone in the build as well. And I might even harvest some of these reeds and make a second basket, so I can leave some of the more mundane stuff here. I can leave the lupins and the blueberry bushes, and maybe the bed, and a couple other odds and ends. And that way I can come back and get them later, if I need to. And I probably will come back to get more chert. I'm going to take a look around and find some clay, bring some back, and keep on going. Well, everyone, that is the chert mine, and we've got, what, 3 stacks, and I'm going to get a little bit more here. And I've been sort of compressing our inventory, and I have a couple stacks of chert cobblestone and a stack of chert drystone fence. I figured those might come in handy sometime. So I'm going to go ahead and keep packing down the inventory, and then I'm going to clean this up and get some of these stray blocks out of the ceiling and the floor, and then we'll pack this up and head home. We are back on the road in the rain, which is making my frame rate a little jittery. Not gonna lie, don't like it too much. And I have my basket on my back, and we have basically 4.5 stacks of chert relieved rock. We got 5 stacks of chert cobblestone, 1 stack of drystone fence, and a couple extra stacks of the stones themselves. So we're going to take this home and take a look at it and see how we can fit this into our builds. But I will keep you all along for the ride if I find anything worth investigating. Which, considering there's just a desert between here and there and some woods, and it's all limestone and basalt, I'm not too hopeful, but we'll see. I see it in the distance. There is our ticket home, along with a sudden judder in frame rate. I could have taken you with me. Too late. But let's get these home and take a look at what Chert can do for us. Alright, we are home. And, ooh, it looks like the trees are in season. We got pink apples and yellow apples. Those are our reds. How are our pears doing? Okay, and you have 27 days of ripeness. Wow, okay. And looks like most of our berry bushes are popping too, so I might harvest some of those. But I'm going to organize inventory, and I'll see you all up in the chisel room. So, we have brought back, what was it, 4.5 stacks of chert, and 5 stacks of cobblestone. And let's see what they look like. So chert tends to be this nice, warm red brick color, like traditional red bricks, like brickyard bricks. And the dry fence is a little different, it's a little paler, and I've noticed that about the dry stone fences and dry stone blocks, is that they're all not quite as saturated as the cobblestone, and they also tend to have darker lines. Like, these are sort of red, these are just black or gray. So when you're building and mixing these, just be aware that that could be a thing. And then we also got plenty of chert rock, and I'll look at it from different directions so you can see the different lighting angles. So here, nice and very warm, and from the facing north and west, kind of the same but a little duller. You can also make bricks out of chert, like most other stones, and they keep the same color. And then, kind of the real reason I wanted chert for the build, polished. Look at this. This is so nice and rich. It just works so well to bring a warm, earthy, fiery feel to a build. And that's what I want to do with our next build. So imagine, if you will, for a moment, and maybe you don't have to imagine, I can just show you, what a build palette containing chert and some claystone, maybe even some polished claystone, along with some nice black basalt stone bricks, and or some nice dark polished basalt. We could even mix in some slate if we wanted to get really rich and purpley, go for the sort of maroon color, and then with nice bright accents of maybe limestone or even plaster. But limestone if we want the brick texture. And then, to top it all off, we can bring in the wood brown tones with some oak, or we could even use walnut, or even pine would do. Well, the pine might be a little too reddish orange and match these two well. But that kind of build palette would make for a very nice, rustic, I don't know, restaurant or tavern, don't you think? And we could even use the polished chert for, like, chair cushions, if we wanted to. It's sort of just the right color for like a red velvet chair cushion. That is why I am excited to now have my hands on chert. And while it would have been nice to have found some chalk, I'm not terribly disappointed, because again, we have limestone and we have plaster galore. So I am very happy with how we're sitting and where we're sitting for build materials for the next episode. Anyway, everyone, that is about all we have time for in this episode of the Vintage Story Guide. I hope you enjoyed our foray beyond the nearest translocator to our base, and our search and discovery of chert. And I hope you're looking forward to the next episode where we're going to put it into action. If you have a question you'd like me to answer in an AMA-style video, drop it in the comments with the hashtag 20questions. And if you play video games and would like to support the channel, consider using my partner link next time you're shopping on the Humble Store, on screen now, and in the description below. Anyway, as always, my name has been Corazar. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.